Well, finally, we've been making some progress on our 48 Chevy truck project. Last week, we actually drove it down the road a mile or so. So big day when you finally get to drive a project you've been working on for a long time. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is we're in the middle of finishing up a lot of details. Just because it drives down the road doesn't mean it's done yet. It's not ready for highway use yet. So we're in the middle of the Vintage Air installation. We're using what Vintage Air calls a SureFit Kit. And that means there are specific things designed specifically for this vehicle. So this would be for the 47 to 54 and a half year Chevy trucks, the so-called advanced design or AD trucks. And that means that Vintage Air does things like make a specific plate to go over the firewall. It covers up some holes, unneeded holes, but it also provides additional support for the evaporator inside the cab of the truck. Then this hole is used originally for, I think it was a heater blower on trucks that actually had a heater. And now Vintage Air uses that with a specific set of grommets for the AC and heater hose lines that come out of there. So those are a couple of examples. Another example of what they do specifically for a particular vehicle, and they have this for lots of different vehicles, a set of these pre-bent hard lines that in this case, it comes out from the compressor, goes into the condenser, goes through the condenser, comes back up, and then there's a pre-bent hard line specifically for the dryer that's going to go in here. We don't put this in until we're finally ready to charge the system, evacuate and charge the system. And then of course the dryer also has a port for the trinary switch, which when the pressure in the system gets to a certain point, it turns the electric fan on. So those are some examples of the very specific things that Vintage Air will do. Now in our case, they of course didn't know exactly what engine and brackets we were going to use because we know about that. So this has our quick performance street rod bracket setup, serpentine setup. In this case, we're using the larger Sandon 709 HD compressor. We did the cutting and crimping of the hoses to get that to fit exactly the way we wanted it. So this system was designed originally so that we could actually put an LS engine inside the hood of a 32 Ford. And so obviously it gives us lots of room in something like an AD truck. Now the inner fenders on these trucks get pretty narrow, so either our street rod setup or what we call our high and tight will also work. Part of the reason I chose the street rod version is that then we have the opportunity to swap out the balancer and the water pump for Corvette versions, and that shortens the engine by about 1.5 inches. And that gave me a little more room for a fan and air intake and a good thick radiator. The other thing that comes with the SureFit kit is some sort of air vent and a place for controls and a place for the vents to go in. And this has the exact shape of the lower side of the dash in the AD trucks. So if you have any need for serpentine systems for Chevy engines or have some questions about Vintage Air systems, just give us a call or get on our website, quickperf.com.